Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Keys to Boxing Gym Talk. I'm your host, K-Rob216. Thank you guys for tuning in. Um, I may make a video later on today. I don't know, but it's not even about that. It's not about the likes and subscribes and stuff like that. Today, I just I just went to bed at like 4:30 this morning, and I woke up at 9:30. Just see my timeline flooded with a lot of boxing news about what happened last night, the greatness that happened last night. Until what I'm about to talk about now, the sad news that I had to see that Ricky Hatton has passed away at the age of 46. Very unfortunate, man. Very unfortunate. Ricky Hatton was somebody that I always liked and always admired, man. I started following boxing in 2001. I think I first seen him fight 2002, I want to say. First time seeing him was on Showtime when he fought Fearless Freddie Pendleton. Knocked him out with a body shot. Seen the UK crowd go crazy. It's crazy. He had a hell of a following, man. Hell of a following. It's a lot of seats. It was a lot of asses in them seats for him to be like a prospect. I think he had about like 28 victories, 29 victories or something like that, undefeated. Um, He was the definition, he was like he was just the definition of a person that just wasn't scared to get hit. They would just come forward first, a swarmer. Uh, he broke the boxing rules. The name of the game is to hit and not get hit, and that's something I'm always stand by. But you can't help but to, be in tune and to seeing him fight because you knew it was going to be a slugfest. So you knew he was going to give it his all in that ring. He wasn't going to stop. He has had some great victories in his lifetime. Like I said, Fearless Freddie Pendleton. Um, the highlight of his career is when he dethroned Costa Zoo. I, for one, thought that he wasn't ready for Costa Zoo, but he put that relentless pressure on him, and he made Costa Zoo quit, and that was Costa Zoo's last fight. After that, I think he fought Carlos Massa. I think he unified the 140-pound division. Then I think he went up to welterweight, fought Luis Collazo. The very close fight. It could have went either way, but Ricky hadn't pulled it off. I think he pulled it off by a round or two just because of his activity. Uh, Jose Luis Castillo. I was very happy about that. I was upset with Jose Luis Castillo because he came in overweight and took Diego Corrales out. Um, and he went in there and he thrown him with a body shot in the fourth round. And then, he called out one of the greatest fighters of our generation, Floyd Mayweather Jr. Even though he was a heavy underdog, I kind of knew that he was going to lose that fight, but I was still rooting for him, hoping that he was going to win just like the people across the world was. He brought the Manchester crowd to Las Vegas. People flew from Manchester to Las Vegas, booked the hotels, and were screaming, "There's only one Ricky Hatton" during the whole fight. I think Mayweather knew that. I think he knew there was some money in that because he knew that Hatton had a heavy following. He was idolized out there in Manchester, England, man. He gave it his all. He gave it a spirited effort, man. And you can't do nothing but just appreciate the work that Ricky Hatton has done in the ring. He was such a nice guy outside the ring. Yes, he had his bad habits, like everybody else has their bad habits. I've had my bad habits, still going through some bad habits, but I'm still trying to work through that, and I've gotten a lot better, just like Ricky Hatton has gotten a lot better. I think he changed his life around. Trained his son. Campbell Hatton. I can tell he was a good father because Campbell Hatton, he emulated his father in that ring. He wanted to be just like his father. He looked just like him. And I think he wanted to be just like him. He wanted to fight just like him. And that's what he did in that ring. Ricky Hatton definitely will be missed. Going too soon, 46. That's very, very young. But, the Lord had different plans. The Lord had different plans. The Lord said, come on and come with me, Ricky Hatton. I'll protect your family. I'll share my blood and my mercy on them. And he'll be missed, man. I know he had a fight scheduled for December. He was, supposed to come back this December. Uh, I made a video earlier this year about that. I was against it for real. I was really against it, but stuff happens. people still got that fire in them. People still want to come back. People, because they love the sport of boxing so much, isn't so necessarily about the money. I don't think it's about the money with Hatton. I just think that he just wanted to come back in there, and he wanted to, give it one last hurrah at middleweight. But man, this is a sad day, man. I see all the heartfelt posts on Instagram from Tony Bello uh, to Amir Khan. It's just a lot of people posting, man. It's definitely, boxing definitely took a big loss this morning. We won this weekend with the fight last night, but we also took a loss a few hours later, man. And I just want to say, like I said, my condolences to his family, to his son, to his grandchildren. Uh, I know y'all going through a tough time, and may God's presence be with y'all. So that's my time today, man. I might drop a video later on, but like I said, this was just a special tribute to Ricky Hatton, how much I appreciated him over the years. Like I said, I've been a boxing fan since 2001. I seen him fight in 2002 when he fought Freddie Pendleton, and followed his career ever since, you know. And yeah, we took a good loss, man, today. So peace out with you guys. God bless. Y'all guys have a beautiful Sunday, man. And make sure you say a prayer for Ricky Hatton and his family, just like I'm about to do. Thank you.